Hi everyone, this is Happy Bird from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little vintage slash retro looking Christmas ornament. I think it looks like something from the 1950s. And so for the beads, a lot of these beads I purchased from Bead Tin, and they are on Amazon. All you have to do is type in the word Bead Tin, all one word, beads, in the Amazon search bar, and a whole bunch of different beads will pop up for you. Now, I'm not getting any kind of kickback or any type of compensation whatsoever from this company. I purchased my own beads from them. I'm just simply sharing where I purchased my beads, okay? So, with that said, I'll show you what I got. First thing I purchased from them were these 6mm round faceted acrylic beads. It's so important that you use acrylic beads in this project, because if you use glass beads, this will really weigh the ornament down. So these are 6mm. Okay, got that from Bead Tin. And I got these 8mm round faceted beads from Bead Tin. They had two different types of pinks, but I bought the light pink. Okay, I didn't buy the dark pink because to me the dark pink just looked a little too bubblegumish for me. This was $2.79. And let's see. Oh, the sunburst beads. I think I've been calling them starburst, but it actually says sunburst. Okay, and these are 12mm, and they do have them in 18mm and 25mm as well, but I purchased the small ones. Now, for the pink pearls in this project, I bought these at Hobby Lobby. These are 6mm. Okay. Now the blue beads, those were just some beads that I had in there already, and they're also 6mm. Okay. And of course you can switch your beads up, whatever you'd like to do. I like the little sunburst, not starburst, sunburst beads, because I thought that with the pink in the middle here, that it looked kind of like a piece of candy. So I thought that was cute. Anyway, now Hobby Lobby has this wire in with all of the Christmas stuff, and you know how they have different little setups all the way down the aisle showing you all the new Christmas stuff they have in, like the Christmas stickers, Christmas cutouts, that type of thing. You'll find it hanging up there, and I think this is 40% off right now. Now this is 18 gauge, but it is soft wire. I think it's coated aluminum is what I think, but you get 75 feet for that price. If you don't have a Hobby Lobby, you can use the 18 or 20 gauge artistic wire, but I will tell you that it's a lot more stiff to work with, so I would try to find the aluminum wire if possible. Okay, let's see. Oh, you'll need some gold cord, and I did make a matching little dangle bead here at the bottom, but you can choose to do that, or you could just add bells or a snowflake or whatever you want at the bottom. So with that said, we'll move on, and I'll show you exactly how I made this fun little ornament. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of this 18 gauge wire, okay? And I'm going to cut it at about, 15 inches or so, and that way it'll give us a little extra. Okay, and so I'm just going to straighten it up with my fingers. And it's not going to be perfect, but you just do your best, all right? And you're going to need a pair of round nose pliers, and this is what I'm doing. That. Give it a little back bend and continue rolling until I have what looks like this. And you're just going to keep the acrylic beads on with this little loopy thing, okay? And then just straighten it out once more. Okay, so we're going to string the beads now, and once I make the first set out of the pattern, then I'll show it to you, and then we'll continue, okay? So we're going to start with a blue pearl, just like that, and then add the pink pearl, and then add the clear bead. Now we're going to go back to another blue pearl and another pink pearl. Then we're going to add what I call the candy part, and I'll show you why I call it the candy part. Okay, so we put a little 12mm starburst bead and an 8mm faceted bead in the pink, light pink, and then another 12mm faceted bead. I call this the candy bead because it reminds me of a piece of wrapped candy. I don't know, maybe it's just me seeing that. So this is our entire pattern, okay? Or I should say our entire set for the pattern. Now we're just going to continue making more of these, okay? Till we run out of the beads here. I pushed it all the way to the end. So we're going to start again by placing a blue pearl, a pink pearl, clear faceted bead, and we're going to go back to another blue pearl, another pink pearl, and slide that down like that. Okay, now we have to make our candy bead. 12mm starburst, 8mm faceted light pink bead, another 12mm starburst bead. Okay, so this is our pattern so far. It's looking nice. I love these little starburst beads. They really give your project a lot of glimmer. They're so much fun. They have these in 18mm and 25mm as well on the website that I told you about. Okay, so we're going to continue with another set. And if you want to watch me finish this, you can. If not, if you're bored by it, you can go ahead and skip ahead in this video. Okay, so we have the blue pearl here at the end. Now we're going to add another pink pearl, just like that. And then a crystal clear faceted bead. Have this just like this at the top. Okay, there we go. So we have what looks like that. Now we're going to go back to our blue pearl and our pink pearl. Okay. Now we're going to make another piece of candy. Starburst bead, light pink beads, or bead, and then another starburst bead. Okay, so far it's looking like this. Isn't that pretty? Okay. And we have a blue bead, pink bead, a faceted clear bead. Okay. Then we're going to go back with another blue bead and another pink bead, like that. Now we're going to make another piece of candy with the starburst bead and the light pink bead, 8mm, and another starburst bead, like that. Okay, so now we're going to place blue pearl, pink pearl, clear pearl, another blue pearl, another pink pearl. Slide that down. Okay. Now we make a little candy bead with starburst bead and the light pink bead and another starburst bead. Okay, blue pearl, pink pearl. If I can get it in there. And then our clear faceted bead, our blue pearl, and then finally our pink pearl. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that all these beads are snug up against each other. I don't want them tight, just nice and snug, okay? So I'm going to cut this wire at the end. I'm going to cut all except about roughly a ½ inch, okay? So make sure those beads are, I'm holding them, the beads, making sure they're snug, not pushed down tight, but snug. And I'm going to cut everything off except, I would say, about a ½ inch. Start with that, okay? And then you're going to take your round nose pliers and roll that over like this. Okay, just like that. All right. Okay. You don't want to smash this too hard. This particular wire I'm using, because it is a very soft wire, so you don't want to flatten it. Now you can do that with this craft wire, like that. Now that's fine. This is a little tougher. This is for crafts. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take a marker, okay, and I'm going to start here at the top And I'm just going to roll this around the marker. Okay. Alright. Now, it's going to look kind of strange at first. Alright, but that's okay. You're going to decide which is going to be the top, which is going to be the bottom. So I'm going to use this bottom part here, I think, for the bottom charm, and this up here for the top. Alright, so you're going to put some cord right through the top here, okay? And I have some of this gold beading cord, and I'm probably going to cut about 16 inches of this, just because I want to have plenty to work with. Okay, let me grab my scissors. And you're just going to slide your bead cord through here. Now I know it looks kind of stubby, but it won't in a minute. Okay, so now I can kind of tie a knot where I think it looks good. A couple of overhand knots. Okay. Alright, so now we have this. I'm going to have to move my camera up a little bit to show you the rest. Okay, so for the charm, I'm just using an acrylic pearl that's about a 5mm. It's similar to the color. It's a little smaller. And then a star burst bead. And an 8mm light pink bead. And another starburst bead, and then the little 5mm acrylic pearl. It's slightly smaller. Now you can certainly use 6mm. I just happen to have these in here, and so I went ahead and used them. Okay, so I'm going to cut about, I'm going to leave about maybe 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And I'm just going to roll this over. So. Give it a little back bend. Spinning around. Okay, now I can take my flat nose pliers and straighten everything up. Okay, that's pretty good. I think that's closed. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes with my glasses. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Okay. So now we're just going to slip a 6mm jump ring on here and slip it here at the bottom. Close it up. Like this. Okay, so now we have what looks like this, but see how it's hanging kind of funky and not straight? Well, this is the part that you need to do last, okay? And I'll show you. Let me move this camera up a little. Okay. And what you do, this string is going to help you balance things, all right? And so is the charm. Is you're going to gently pull this open and see how the spiral is kind of facing upwards. You want the bottom part to spiral looking like it's spiraling downwards, and then just kind of move the middle part. Okay, and see, look how that is much better, isn't it? I don't know if you can see it all. Yeah, and so that's how you adjust it. So you have to have the charm on and the string on, and then balance it out at the last. Okay, so I think it turned out really pretty though. And you can, if you want the spirals to be smaller, you can do this. You can just kind of adjust them the way that you want. Remember what I said, you know, kind of move that upwards and then move this downwards. Okay, so if you have to go back in and wrap this around the marker all over again and make a few adjustments, don't feel bad about that. There's no shame in that. I've had to do that a couple of times myself. And I hope you really enjoyed this video today and that you give this a try. I'm going to enjoy this little retro ornament. I've always wanted to put up a Christmas tree with vintage looking ornaments from the 50s and 60s, so maybe this will kind of motivate me to do that. So with that said, you take care and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching and have a very, very blessed Christmas. Bye-bye.